I'm often asked, should I make repairs on my home before I list it? And oftentimes I think that is a good idea. And in fact, in some situations, I think it's good for you to actually get a home inspection done. And by getting the home inspection done prior to listing your house, it'll isolate the major things and maybe some little things too that are wrong with it, and you can go ahead and work on getting those items corrected prior to listing it, so that when the buyers or potential buyers come to look at your house, then it'll just be in better condition. And they may also want to get their own home inspector to come in and do another home inspection. But hopefully you picked a quality home inspector, and that home inspector isolated any major items and little items that you could go ahead and correct. And so if you do it ahead of time, that is a line of thinking. Let's go ahead and correct anything that needs to be corrected. And if the buyers do their own home inspection, then nothing big will come up on it. In my experience, generally a home inspector is going to find something wrong with the house, regardless if it's something really small or not. But at least you can curtail any big items on it. A lot of people also ask, potential sellers ask me, should I sell my house as is? I feel like it's in pretty good condition, or maybe it's the opposite. It's just really, in bad condition. I'm not willing to, put the time and energy and effort to fix it up. So should I should I sell my house as is? Well, there's a lot of, different ways to think about it. And I think it depends on a case-by-case scenario. But, if you do sell your house as is and you put that in the listing, it is going to be a potential red flag for some buyers. They're going to be like, oh goodness, what's wrong with this house? And they may not even look at it because of that. And of course, you definitely will need to adjust the price if there are some big issues wrong with the house, to keep that in mind, that, people will have to put that kind of money, to fix it up. And, if a potential buyer does say, oh, this house is, there may be something wrong with it because they're selling it as is, and, what is really wrong with it, I don't, but they, that may be, a lot of times they will not even look at the house because of that, in certain situations. And, in those situations, that may be a potential lost opportunity. So that is something to think about. And if people are not looking at your house for that reason, then, and you don't have your home paid off, then you're still carrying, the mortgage, the principal and interest payment, the interest, and, any taxes or homeowners association fees that may take place. So it's just, I really feel like a lot of it's on a case-by-case basis, and you have to look at the home itself and, and just talk through your situation. But I did want to highlight some, different ways of thinking, just so that if you are just wanting to sell your home as is and you just don't want to put a lot of time and money into doing it, you would know some of the pluses and minuses, to go in that direction. But I'm going to have more details about this subject on a blog that I'm doing, and you can find it at auburnopelika.alrealestate.com. And I also cover so many other topics, about real estate and just, things that are happening in the Auburn and Opelika area, things to do, what are the best parks. So, my website is set up to, all things Auburn, and Opelika and real estate. So, I hope you found this little clip to be useful. And, if you have more detailed questions about this subject matter, or really any subject matter, regarding real estate or the Auburn, Opelika area, I will do my best to get your questions answered, and I would love to help you.